hi there. It's just me, Mrsroedee, coming to you with this week's WW in the Studio weigh-in. If you've watched any of my other weigh-ins of recently, you'll know that I am in maintenance mode trying to make lifetime right now in the WW plant. So today was the third week weigh-in. I've ended week 3. I only have 10 more days to go to make lifetime. I am very excited about that. It's been a long time for me, and I even almost can't believe that I've gotten to this point, quite frankly. But anyway, about the weigh-in. So I went down 0.4. Last week I went up 0.2. It really doesn't matter to me at this point because I just have to make sure that I stay within 2 pounds below and 2 pounds above my goal weight. And I'm good to go to make lifetime. So at this point, that's all I'm worried about, if I am worried about anything. I did eat a little bit late last night due to unforeseen circumstances, which, is going to happen to us, right? But I still had to go to my weigh-in. I can't go. Tomorrow starts a new week, and I wasn't able to go yesterday morning to avoid that because I knew I would eat late. But I was, much to my surprise, down 0.4. So in any event, that's all good. I am excited. The 15th will be on a Tuesday, so I'll have to actually wait till the 18th or 19th to celebrate because I plan to do that with my coach, Michelle, who I consider a friend. I think since she's been with me all through this, and she's the only coach left the other person that I started with is no longer with WW. At this point, I would like to honor her request, and I'm going to be really excited about whatever it is that they do when you make lifetime in the studio. Whatever that is, I'll be very happy to participate. So what was today's meeting about? Well, we did a lot of talking about, people in the beginning of the meeting will talk about how their week went. Some people will talk about if they choose successes or what they feel is a success, which may not even be weight loss. It could be that they stayed the same or that they had a non-scale victory of some sort. And then it could be that people will talk about what didn't go right for them and if they feel like sharing that. So we did a little bit of that. And then we moved on to talking about your environment in your home, I would assume, because that's what we really, I guess it could be even in your place of work. If you're talking about things that are in your environment that would maybe be helping you to stay on plan or hindering you. In my case, like we talked about what's on your kitchen counter, in my kitchen have a plate of fruit on my counter. It is not a go-to. It's not there for the reason of what might be for some other people, that would be a go-to for you to remind you to have a fruit. When I have my fruit, if you've watched my videos, it's usually with my lunch. It could be with my dinner. It's not something that necessarily is going to keep me from, actually I have to tell you, it is not going to keep me from eating things that I should not be eating, because my problem with eating is in the night. So when I'm in that mode, I'm going to be gravitating toward things that are not necessarily any plan kind of friendly, calorie wise, WW wise, healthy wise, Slimming World wise, Nutrisystem wise. But I do have a stash of things that I can grab and go with. If I am conscious enough of that I am making a deliberate decision to stay away from other things. Yes, I do. I have Weight Watchers chips. I have Bear Bell bars. I have Nutrisystem bars. I have WW bars. I have a whole bunch of stuff in a place where I can go. I have to be deliberate about it, but I can go. I even have ice cream in the freezer. That's Nutrisystem ice cream, Nutrisystem cupcakes in the freezer. There is a whole bunch of stuff that I have in my house that I can go and take from. And I am trying my best, have been, to do that, to make that my habit. Because it's not the end of the world if I have an extra 170 to 200 calories simply because I was feeling out of control, as opposed to going in the direction of eating other things which will really throw me off. Because also in my mental space, I am saying, well, it is something that is an on-plan type of thing to eat. And that is much better than saying I went and ate a Snickers bar or I got into Jim's ice cream or into his stash of snacks. Much better than that for me to wake up the next morning and I can say to myself, well, because again, It's all about what goes on in here in the end of the day. You know, if we don't have things up here going well for us, chances are we're not going to have things that we're eating going well for us. It's much less anyway. So if we keep our frame of mind in the right place as much as we can, chances are we'll be much more successful in the long run, because this is a long run kind of game. At least it is for me. It's a lifelong, it has been, and I'm still working it. I'm being perfectly honest with you. I make it a point not to pull punches. When you come on my channel and you watch me, in the end of the day, always make it a point to try to drive home that message that I am not here to give you fluff. I'm here to just tell you the way I feel that it is for my personal self. I am letting you know about the meeting today. It is my take on the meeting. It is not, I don't represent WW or any other plan. So if I share with you, it's based on what my thoughts are. And please take that with a grain of salt. You know, I'm hoping to help you. Maybe some of you can identify with what I'm talking about and know that you're not alone out there, because you're certainly not alone out there. So, we talked about, you know, somebody has like 3 boxes from the local farm where we live here, apple cider donuts. How did she deal with that? She'll take one and freeze it because she knows the rest of the family is going to be eating the rest of it. Rather than to stand there and eat it, she'll put it aside for after weigh day. Like maybe today's weigh day, she'll have that tonight. Or a slice of cake could be as well. She brought that up. You know, Coach Michelle talked about bringing home a nice coffee cake for her family. And she's the only one awake. It's been early morning shop for her, you know, and now she comes in and the knife is on the table and the plates are on the table from the night before because her family got up and they had some snacks. So it's like everything is inviting her, in other words, to have a slice of this cake. And if she has a slice, it might not even be really noticeable to the family. Are they even really going to care? She's going to care, right? I'm going to care if I do that. So sometimes just talking about the issues that we have with other people, or letting other people hear us talk about our issues, helps other people to understand, and in turn helps me. When people put comments, or even in our chat on Tuesday nights when I'm listening to other people's issues, there are times when other people will talk about things that are helpful to me, listening to them and saying, gee, I didn't look at it that way, you know, or I didn't know that another person was having that issue. So in this case, for this week, it was all about the environment and how we set up our environment, or if we're walking into an environment, like we're going into the office and there's the table of everything that we really don't think we want to really partake in terms of our eating plan for the day. And at the same time, how do we deal with that? You know, do we have a stash in our drawer where we can go and pick something and feel satisfied? Or are we going to have just somebody else brought up? They have now come to the point where they just have a taste of it, which I know Dish with D does this. She talks about this. More than once I've heard her talk about this. She'll go out to dinner with her husband and she will order a dessert, share it with her husband, maybe have a bite or two, and be completely satisfied. Where if she does not do that, she will go home and graze through her entire house and eat up a storm of things that I'm going to speak for her. I guess she's still not, if she keeps on going like I would, myself relating to her, what she's feeling, I would just keep on going. And then the next day I would be completely guilty. So what works for her and this other person that was speaking in our meeting today is to simply have some of it and get it over with. Move away from it. You know, that doesn't work for everyone. But again, listening to other people's ideas made me think about, well, gee, maybe I should try doing that if I'm in that situation. And then maybe I won't graze through my entire kitchen and my stash, you know, and start eating things that, because I'm angry. For me, again, I'm speaking for me, not for Dee or the woman in the meeting. I am angry. I am pissed off that I cannot enjoy what everybody else may be. And guess what? I don't know that many people are out there enjoying that. I don't know. If you go to Cheesecake Factory, oh my God, if you look at the calories, you'll walk away just from that. 1,200 calories in a slice of cake. How many people can actually do that? Even have half of that slice of cake and have a hourglass figure. Come on. I think that sometimes we put things in our head as people who are dealing with difficulty in maintaining our healthy weight, that other people are actually doing this. I know one person, two people in my life that can actually do that, but I don't think they're eating every day that slice of cake. I think that they're able to just enjoy an amount and walk away from it. And that's my own personal opinion. I could be wrong. Because when it's not in your head that you can't have it, it's like on your brain. Oh my God, I can't have it and I shouldn't have it and it's against the plan. I'm going to trash the plan and oh my Lord. And then I'm going to get derailed and I'm just going to fall down that hill and the cart's going to burn up and whatever that saying is that I can never get straight. I should write it down. But you know what I'm trying to say. Okay? I don't think there's that many people walking around eating a slice of cake that's 1,200 calories every day, the entire thing. I don't think so. I think that some people definitely burn calories much easier than other people. Yes, this is true. They can eat a lot more and maintain a healthy weight without much trouble. There are people walking around like that. But are they sitting down to a whole cake or a whole pizza pie on a regular basis? I don't really think so. So for us to beat ourselves up because we can't do that, I think is unfair to ourselves. I think we're really being mean to ourselves. Really very unkind. We're not giving ourselves the grace that we should, even if we do fall down a little bit or a lot. You know, we should always go back and regroup ourselves and think about allowing ourselves some grace that we very much deserve, because we're not criminals. We're not sinners. We may feel like we're a sinner because we did that, but we're not. I was raised very Catholic. I always go to that, not the criminal part. You know, we didn't break any laws. We broke our own laws maybe, but not anybody else's. You know, we all put ourselves in this mental space that is sometimes, I think, detrimental. I find for myself in this last year, the more grace I allow myself, the less I will call it for myself screw up. In my mind, what screw up means to me, not for you. Fall off the wagon or just take a really hard left when I should have gone right kind of thing. I can't speak to that enough. And giving yourself some grace, really in the long run, I think you'll feel more successful with yourself and with this whole getting healthy thing that we're all trying to do. And if you take some of that, you know, that boulder or that monkey you're carrying on your back, if you give it, like, put it aside as much as possible for yourself, I think in the long run that you will feel much better. And feeling much better is what is going to get us to our healthy weight goal. I really strongly believe that. It worked for me. Never knew about it. Wish I could bottle it. So on that note, I'm speaking to you for over 13 minutes now. I want to thank you all very much for watching this video and all the other videos that you may be peeking in on that are in my channel. I always appreciate that and always finding it amazing. I'm over 300 people. I don't want to speak too soon. That's really amazing to me. And I can't, again, thank you. I know I keep saying this. I can't say it enough. I truly mean it from my heart. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your life. And I'm going to look very forward to seeing you in the next video that I make. And for now, I'm going to say goodbye. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks again for watching.